Hello, babies. You know where your Mimzie is. I'm not at school. I'm not at work. I'm not at the beach or the river. I'm in my very own backyard, and I've got my very own big drink of Diet Coke. I do love a good Diet Coke. I made me a big old fat salad to eat out here for just a minute. First, we're going to read us a book. This is one I picked up at the flea market the other day, and you know, it's a little golden book, although I'm pretty sure that's silver. I don't know, maybe it's a silver edition of something, but it clearly does say little golden book. This is not a little silver book. And when that gets done, I'm going to lay in my lounge chair with my my sun protection cream, and I'm going to read me a little book out in the sun with my dogs. I might even go walk in the grass. But this is The Tortoise and the Hare. This is an old story. We know this story. This is going to be a good book. This is a pre-loved book. I love pre-loved book. But you know what, Miss Brenda? Mr. Bill gave you this book, Miss Brenda, and I feel like you should have kept it. But anyway, because it's Mimzie, I cannot get rid of a book. That's why I have cases and cases and cases. So let's read our book. We may have to do a little adjusting so we can see all the pretty pictures. Once there was a hare who lived in a wood. The hare thought of himself as a very clever fella. I think of myself as a very clever fella. Often the hare visited his friend the tortoise. He liked to tell his friend how clever he was. Oh, that's not a good look, is it? And I just told you how clever I thought I was. I probably won't do that again. But I really am probably one of the smartest people you will ever know. One day the hare came to the tortoise's house to show off 5 plump turnips he had taken from the farmer's garden. How smart of me, said the hare, to find such turnips. Number one, Mimzie does not love a turnip. No, I'm not eating those. That's theft. Yeah, that's theft. So we're not real happy with this hare right now. Look at this little tortoise. That tortoise is so cute. I love the hat. We got to wear our hats. We just got to protect our faces from UV. Now we need some sun. You know, we need our vitamin D, but we don't need to just like beat it in. The next day, the hare spent half the afternoon looking at himself in the stream. What fine ears I have, said the hare. How handsome I am. Oh, he's a little puffed up and full of himself. Not a good look. And look at the little tortoise playing with the bubbles, just happy to be, self-entertaining. I think I'd rather be friends with this tortoise. On the following day, the hare told the tortoise that he had run away from the farmer that very morning. I am surely the fastest runner there is, he bragged. We call that braggadocious. At last, the tortoise had heard enough boasting. I know you can run very fast, she said, but I could beat you in a race. You go, girl. The hare laughed and danced about on his fine, strong legs. You, the slowpoke, he said. You think you can beat me? Nonsense. Believe what you will, said the tortoise, but tomorrow we shall race each other all the way to the top of the far hill. We better get a good night's sleep and carb load. Mimzie would know. The next day, everyone gathered to watch the race. No one thought the tortoise could win, but the owl, who was the judge, simply said, "We shall see." Because owls are notoriously wise. They know things, like Mimzies. There's the starting line. Go, said the owl, and the race was on. I'm going to need on the mark, get set. I can't just do my best at a go. I'm going to need on your mark, get set. Yeah. Anyway, this owl, he said go, and off they went. The tortoise plodded forward on her short, stubby legs. And I'm going to let you know right now, I used to have a Malaysian tortoise. It was old, over 20 years old. And that one summer she was at home with us, and she was free range in the house. She would come out and we put out food, and she had her little special place where she took care of her private business. And one day she disappeared. And this has been probably 20 years ago, but this tortoise disappeared. Every bit of my house has been rearranged, repainted. We did not find hide nor hair of that tortoise ever in my house. So she could move. She moved right on out of Mimzie's house, and we do not know what happened to her. And she was big. It's not like we lost some little bitty thing. This girl was big, probably this tall. Anyway, let me get back to the book. Y'all don't care about my tortoise. But I did. How do you lose a whole Malaysian tortoise in your house? The hare leapt out in front. Before anyone could say Jackrabbit, he was out of sight. I know a Jackrabbit. I have a good little friend named Jackrabbit. The hare ran past flowering meadows and grassy fields. He sped by the apple orchard and on down the road. I love a good apple orchard. Just before he reached the finish line, the hare stopped. He stretched out in the warm sun behind a tall hedge to wait for the tortoise. Mistakes were made, friends. Mistakes were made. The tortoise kept up her slow, steady pace. She passed the flowering meadows and grassy fields. She reached the apple orchard and kept going. At last, the tortoise neared the finish line. But she wondered, where's the hare? He was fast asleep behind the hedge. He didn't sleep the night before, like I told you. Hooray! Shouted the animals as the tortoise finished the race. The hare awoke with a start. He couldn't believe his eyes. The tortoise was taking a bow. That was Mimzie taking a bow. I was here hours ago, said the hare. I fell asleep behind the hedge. But I crossed the finish line ahead of you, said the tortoise. True, true, said the judge. The tortoise is the winner. The owl had something else to add. Slow and steady often wins the race, he said. And the tortoise and the hare agreed. Well, keeping that in mind, I should win all the races because I am slow and steady. I just love a little golden book, but not as much as I love you.